Hey guys, Top 5 here with episode number 7 of the West Ham career mode on EAFC 24. Bit of a later upload today, but we are getting into the action. We need to turn results around. We need to start winning games if we don't want to get sacked at the end of the season, because right now it is looking pretty likely. Burnley, to kick us off, newly promoted, should be beating these guys quite convincingly. With the quality that we've got. We are approaching January. I think a new keeper has to be the first thing we do, like the priority number one, new goalkeeper. I think I've got a couple of names in mind. Obviously, we can either go and get Ramsdale to bring him from Arsenal, because Raya is actually in game as well, playing a majority of the games. We can go and get Mashtavelli. He's a young keeper from Valencia. He's 6'6", he's a massive keeper. He probably might be cheaper as well than Ramsdale. Or Keylor Navas at PSG. We can get him for about 4 million. Bring him in, keep him in goal, kind of like what Nottingham Forest did last year, where they brought him in when Dean Henderson was injured, and they brought a new keeper in the summer. So that's the options. Navas for 6 months, sign a big keeper in the summer. Giorgio Mashtavelli, or however you pronounce it, or Ramsdale. I'm thinking either Navas or Mashtavelli, just because they're cheaper and they won't take up more of the budgets. And there's a couple of other positions I'd like to sign some players. But we're coming into this one, it's 1-1 right now. Silly. And it's actually, I took a little sneak peek at the average rating for our goalkeepers this season, and it's about 5.5 for each of them. The average rating for both of our goalkeepers is about 5.5, 5.6. There's even a rating, I think it's in the Carabao Cup, the one game we played in the Carabao Cup, where we got knocked out by Burnley, and it was a 4.6 or something like that for, I think it was Areola who was in goal. So yeah, keepers, big problem, need to change. Attackers, we are one of the highest scoring teams in the league, and we're proving that here against Burnley as we go 2-1 to the good. Lucas Paqueta is playing in that slightly deeper role now that we switched to the 4-3-3. Him and obviously James Ward-Prowse are the centre midfielders, and he's playing slightly deeper, but he's still contributing to some goals, which is nice to see. And especially here, the pressing from Lucas Paqueta. Doesn't know what to do to the Burnley centre-back, falls to our man, and he just strikes the cross goal. Top right-hand corner, 55th minute, 3-1. Pretty good from ourselves, if I do say so myself. In a game we should be winning quite convincingly, we are doing exactly that. And as you can see, we're approaching December, so we have about a month worth of in-game time to think about what we want to do with different positions. Like keeper, definitely. Kufal, he only has 6 months left on his contract. I tried to negotiate a new contract with him, and he only got a year extension. So he has extended. He's got a year and a half left on his contract. Do I sign a new right back? Because I got one in mind. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Manchester United would be a brilliant right back to bring into the team. As for left back, I've got some in mind for next season, so I won't discuss them right now, but a new keeper and a new right back I think would be quite nice. Obviously, I think Mavropanos is a player, he can play right back, but I've got plans to move him into the first team. But yeah, I think a new right back would be good, because Kufal has played pretty much every single minute at right back this season, and he has, as I said, contract kind of restrictions and whatnot. As for some other contract restrictions, Fabianski, his contract is out in 6 months. I'm not going to renew that. He is not good enough. Antonio has 6 months left on his contract. If no one comes in for him, we will renegotiate his contract, and he can be a backup striker next season. And we'll probably sign another backup to replace Danny Ings, who I'm looking to sell. Other than that, it's a lot of young players who have their contracts coming up, and a lot of the young players here actually aren't that good. So we are going to look to just let them leave, basically, on a free transfer. As Rooney Badji, one of the youngsters that is pretty good, does score in this one. And a lovely cross here from James Ward-Prowse finds Thomas Susek. He makes it 2-0. And he's a player who probably should be playing more this season. But because we have Alvarez, because we have Ward-Prowse and Paqueta just constantly putting in decent performances in the midfield, he's not really found his role. The games he has come in and played, he's been pretty decent. And, you know, we could instruct like a deadly 2 CDM, Susek and Alvarez, just you will not score against us formation. Should we need it, and if we want to stop conceding so many goals, we might be forced into going to like a 5 at the back, which is unfortunate, but if it means we stop conceding goals and it means we start winning more games, I'm all for it. Absolutely all for it. But we are 3-0 up here against Freiburg. And unfortunately, we concede to Gregoritsch, but straight basically from kickoff, we find Rooney Badji. He's going to cut inside past Gunter here and just strike it on his left foot into that near post. That's 2 goals for him in this game. 4-1 on the night. We win here tonight. It's basically all but wrapped up in the Europa League. We should be finishing top of the table. But yeah, nice performance from us in this one. 82 minutes into the game, they got a chance here. Ramsey, I think it's Jacob Ramsey here, formerly of Villa, signed for Freiburg. He plays it into Gregoritsch. He gets his 2nd goal of the game. That's shots that should be getting saved, and obviously if things do get too bad and we do kind of get into the territory where we might get sacked mid-season, we're going to have to change it to legendary, because it's a bit of a joke, really, how poor the goalkeeping has been. 4-3 is the final score. We almost bottled it in the last few minutes of this one. Gregoritsch did get his hat-trick in this one, but yeah, if it gets too bad, we will have to pull the trigger, go down to legendary, save our career, basically, at West Ham. As we do sell Pablo Fornals, I did want to sell one of the left mids. We've still got 3 left mids at the club now with Kudus, Nonto and Benrahma. But now at least we have a couple of extra million to spend come January with the sale of Pablo Fornals. Coming into this one against Palace, we're at home. I feel like we've got a terrible home record this season. It seems like a lot of our big defeats happen at this stadium, and we kind of get lucky counter-attacking wins away from home. So that needs to change. Maybe I don't know what I need to do, if I'm being 100% honest. Because goalkeeping like that, what can I do about that? Not making that save there. So, yeah. I honestly don't know why we're losing so many games. It's getting pretty annoying, actually, how poor the goalkeeping has been. And considering how good Tammy has been this season, how good Paqueta and Bowen and Kudus and all these players have been, and we're sitting 10th, or kind of around that 10th position, with a player who, at this point, I think he has maybe 18 or 19 Premier League goals. That shouldn't be happening. We should be fighting for the European spots. We should be up there in like 5th, 6th position. But we're struggling with a huge gap, I will say, between ourselves and 6th place. So European football is not looking very likely unless we go and win the FA Cup or we win the Europa League, which again, not the most likely, considering that teams from the Champions League are going to be coming down to the Europa League. We've already got Liverpool in here with us. So yeah, it is not going to be a good one, basically. That's all I'm going to say. Ultimate is proper difficult. I'm finding it proper difficult, at least. As we do score a long-range banger with Lucas Paqueta. He makes it 3-1 in this one against Crystal Palace. And that game, this should be wrapped up. This should be wrapped up, but because we're playing on Ultimate, it's never safe. There's always going to be some shit goalkeeping performance, some bouncing ball goes their way, something like that. Approach the hour mark, Lino takes out Bowen from behind. The referee is going to give him a red card. So we're now playing 10 men with 2-goal advantage with about 10 minutes left to play in this game. 15 minutes, we could say. So things are literally perfect for us. They can't go any worse. A lovely shot from Kudus as well, saved from Dean Henderson. And you can see, 25 minutes, maybe a bit. I was being a bit over dramatic with how much time I'd given them. But yeah, surely we can hold on against 10 men for, as you can see now, 13 minutes left in this game. Well, against Legendary, things just do not go our way. As Seekmas plays it inside, it's blocked and then passed straight to Rodri, and then Eze was unmarked, put it in the back of the net. 1 goal, 10 minutes. Can we hold on? 85th minute. Eze in the middle, charging at our defence, just turning on the ball. Like, I literally can't tackle him. I cannot tackle him when he does that. As Klein plays it inside to Doucouré, he is going to find Rodri. We tackle him, falls to their player. Klein out wide. We're going to hold him off quite nicely. He's going to just come back. We tackle him. He still has possession of the ball. He's now in a better place than he was before. Great save from the keeper. Palms it straight into the path of their player. We bottled a 2-goal lead with the one-man advantage. Goalkeeper to blame there, I would say, because he palms it straight into the path of the opposition player. New goalkeeper needed in January, no matter what. I'll spend every single penny we have on a new goalkeeper if it means we don't have to play Fabianski or Areola, 2 of the worst goalkeepers I've ever used in any career mode ever, seemingly, because it is just a joke. A great save from Dean Henderson. If that was on the other end, they would have scored that past Fabianski. Here, Ward-Prowse is going to whip it in. It's going to find the head of Tammy. It's going to be just wide of the post. 3-3 is going to be the final score. At least we didn't lose. That's all you can say about that. At least we didn't lose. We should have won, but we had Fabianski in goal. At least we didn't lose. Now we're travelling to Spurs. Little rivalry between West Ham and Spurs. Obviously the London rivalry. But yeah, I'm not holding any hope. Every time we play the top 6 team, or Big 6 team, should I say, in this save, apart from Chelsea, we've been smashed. We got smashed by Arsenal. We got smashed by Liverpool. We're now playing Spurs. We've yet to play Manchester United. But yeah, City, they smashed us. Liverpool smashed us. We beat Chelsea, thankfully. We haven't played United. We're playing Spurs right now. It's just, yeah, it's all over the place. And it's not good. Basically, Son uses Playstyle Plus there, the finesse shot. Just absolutely whipped it into that corner. There was nothing we could have done there. I've been using those on Ultimate Team. They are OP. Hopefully we can maybe sign a player who's got one. I can just literally just cut inside. Playstyle Plus, finesse shot, win. Kudus has his shot saved by Lloris. They're actually playing Lloris in this save. Alvarez rises the highest, bounces off the head of Pedro Porro. So unfortunately that's going to go down as an own goal, not an Alvarez goal. But we're back on level terms. Pedro Porro, though, he is pissed that he just scored an own goal. Plays it up wide to Kulusevski. Skips past our player. We get to tackle him. Falls to one of their players. Bentancur and Kulu, they're just playing it between each other down here. Feeling no real pressure here. Pedro Porro, he's just going to cut inside on his left foot. Bottom corner. Fabianski can't get to it because he's shit. That is basically the reason why. Because he is shit. That's why he couldn't get to it. So many bottom corner goals we've conceded this season. Near post chances. Long range efforts into the top corner. There. Richarlison was powering up for a power shot there. Thankfully we got in the way and did block it. But 2-1 is the score. We've not been absolutely smashed this game. So maybe there's some kind of resemblance of a growth from the team. And we are actually going to score with Jared Bowen to make it 2-2 with 5 minutes remaining in this one. So there's a chance for a draw against a Big 6 team. There's a difference. A Big 6 team. 2-2 coming into the final few minutes. Kulusevski up against Cresswell. It's a nightmare. Paul Walker? Kyle Walker-Peters was too tired. A terrible clearance from Aguerd. Kufal just got bodied by Lo Celso. And they do score to make it 3-2 to themselves. And once again, in the final few minutes from kickoff, we're just throwing everything forward. Trying and hoping we can maybe get a goal to redeem ourselves after an embarrassing performance in the final few minutes of the game. Just did against Palace, now we're doing it against Spurs. We almost score with Thomas Susek, but he puts it wide of the post, and Lloris eventually is going to take his goal kick and clear it away. The final whistle is going to be blown. We are going to drop points again from a position where we had a 2-2 draw, and we bottled it basically because of shit clearances and shit defending and just overall shitness. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.